Hello! Welcome to another video by Meeples West. Today is day 6 of our Christmas Advent calendar, where we give examples of games that we think are great to play at Christmas with family, of gamers and non-gamers. So today's game is called Scout, published by Oink Games, won the Spiel des Jahres in 2022, so there's a real mark of approval here. As in all Oink games, it comes in a tiny little box, but they really pack it full of game. You know, it's misleading when you see this little box. You think it's a simple game, but it really isn't. It's a great game. So it's effectively a pack of cards, and it's a card game where you're effectively just trying to get rid of your cards to score points each round. The game is played over the same number of rounds as there are players. So in this round, it's set up for a 3-player game, so we'd play 3 rounds. It's also important to note that there is a 2-player variant, which we won't be discussing today, but that's in the book. However, obviously this is about family games where there's more than 2 people, most likely. So you get dealt your cards. And the most important thing to mention straight off the bat is that you can't reorder your cards. So once you get given your cards, you have to keep them in the order that they were dealt to you. But you'll note from the card, hopefully on the camera, that the card has 2 numbers, top and bottom. So when you first receive your hand of cards, you can keep them this way up, or you can flip them over and you can have them the other way up. So you can choose, and once you've chosen, that's it. That's how they stay for the rest of the game, or the round, should I say. So on your turn, you've got a choice of 1 of 3 actions. So we're going to give a demonstration here of the actions. So make sure I've got my cards the right way up. So the first action is to show. So to show your cards, you have to have a set, or a minimum 1 card, but more likely the 2, 3 or 4. And they've either got to be the same number, or they've got to be a run of numbers. So in this instance, I'm going to play the 2 9s. You put your cards against the pile of chips here so that everybody around the table can see what numbers are going to be played on the 2 cards. And that would be the end of my turn. So now on Lynn's turn, she got to look at those, and she's got to be able to play, to do her show herself. She's got to be able to play at least the same number of cards. If she played the same number of cards and there were 2 10s, she could play it because it would beat those. But if she played a 1 or a 2, that's not high enough, because 2 of the same will always beat a run. A little rule that's easy to forget, but it's important. So Lynn, in this instance, probably can't beat that. No. So therefore, she takes the second action, which is called Scout.
And the cards, this is why you can't rearrange them, because I could beat that, but I would be picking from different places in my hand. Mm-hmm. It's important the cards are in that order in your hand when you take them out. So no, I can't. So I will take this card.
So Lynn could take either of those 2 cards.
I'm going to take, if there was 3 cards, it has to be one of the end ones. It can't be in middle.
That's right.
But when I pick my card, I can choose to keep it the 9 way up, or turn it round and put it in the 3, and then it sort of insert it,
which is how you make more runs and more sets.
But I am going to keep it there.
So because Lynn couldn't beat mine, I get a chip from the bank, a $1 chip, to say that I did that. So now that's the end of Lynn's turn. So it comes back to me. So now I have the choice again of beating that, or of taking that card in the same way and giving Lynn the chip. So in this instance, I'm going to beat that card with a 3 and a 4 in a run. This card then comes into my supply because I won that card by beating it, and that has also got a $1 on the back. So effectively, I've got 2 points at this point. And that's the end of my turn. So now Lynn has got the third action of the game to show you, which is called
a show.
Scout and show.
Scout, yeah.
The other way around, scout and show, because that's the order you do it in.
Yeah.
So once per turn, a player can use this chip to scout and show, which is effectively take both actions in the same turn.
Okay, so I'm going to take the 4, and I'm going to put it in there. So you're going to get a chip.
I get a chip for that, yep.
But then I'm going to show, and I'm going to pay a 4, 5, 6, 7.
Which is really good. So that one then would come to Lynn there.
Yep.
And then it would come back to me, and it's highly unlikely that I can beat that. So I'm going to have to take a scout, give Lynn a chip. And in a game where there's 3 or 4 players, what you might find is actually every player has to take that option. So playing a high run like that is great for Lynn, because each player that takes a scout she takes a chip for, and she's got rid of 4 cards out of her hand. So it's a really powerful move. And as I say, that's the mechanics of how the game runs. The game ends as soon as one player has cleared their hand. So if in this instance we fast forwarded and Lynn had cleared her hand and I'd got, say, 3 points here, but I'd got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards left, I'd be on -8 for this, 3 for that. So my cumulative score for the round would be -5. Not doing very well in that instance, but it doesn't normally work like that. As I say, you play 3 rounds of the game, and then the player with the highest cumulative score of points at that point wins the game. Again, really great game. Can be played anywhere really, because it's such a small game. Stack of cards. You don't. I mean, if you go to the pub and you want to play it, you don't even need to take the chips really. You can just take a piece of paper and you can score your points on a piece of paper. So all you need is a pack of cards. A little bit fiddly the way you have to fan your cards out, especially in a lower number game, because you have a lot of cards to look at. But it's it's not.
I think you soon get used to it.
You do get used to it.
I think you have to get past the main temptation, which is to start reordering your cards.
Like a lot of cards and other cards that we've mentioned in previous videos, where you straight away reorder your cards. It's kind of something in this to do that, isn't there? But in this instance, you have to keep it the same. But yeah, great fun game. Plays in about 20 minutes, and it's definitely one that we recommend for this Christmas and any other Christmas, in that fact. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.